nuts.
Are we in?
Hey, everybody!
Plastic nuts.
Plastic nuts.
Biodegradable nut.
Ooh, that
Most
sounds
nuts
good.
are
All
biodegradable.
biodegradable.
Right.
Mm.
Well,
Most
I guess
feminist
maybe not.
bolts.
I guess maybe not nuts and bolts. Right.
Mm.
Anyway,
That's not
we are
the kind
Dicey
she was talking
Decisions.
about.
This is our Twist of Fate campaign. We are running through Turn of Fortune's Wheel with some Book of Many Things content thrown into Vecna Eve of Ruin. The heroes have recently been sent back to their past, to their
Back
present,
to the future.
to their future. And feel that they are finally in their own timeline and have been sent by Lord Neverember of the city of Neverwinter to suss out the disappearance of 4 dignitaries of town who, with divination magics, were found to have gone into the Never Death graveyard to a specific catacomb within.
I gotta
They
say,
have-
as a player, I'm personally super impressed with our character's ability to just totally switch focus and not even need any downtime. We're just, oh, we're back. Let's do something else.
Go.
You could have asked for some time off.
Yeah, we
You
could have. We didn't. Because the guy wanted to see us the next morning. Yeah.
He did. You
And
had
we
the
went
you had the
straight
meeting.
from there.
You had
Okay,
the meeting.
let's go.
You made your way to the catacombs and found some undead guardians that you easily handled in the crypt below, and you have found a entire network of rooms down below in this crypt that you are currently searching through. You found some interesting non-healing healing potions, which happen to have poisoned one of your members. And you found one of the 4 dignitaries was a sorcerer who had lost her powers, and both Quinn and Vora ended up learning about that sorcerer's something special about that sorcerer, which gave them a little bit of a boost, as it were, in that they now know a secret, and secrets are now a very, very particular, interesting part of this part of the campaign.
Oh,
Once they learned this secret, they felt a power of ownership of said secrets. Now, this hasn't been divulged in character to the other characters yet, but this is something that mechanically is going on in this portion of the campaign. So these 2 particular ones had learned a secret from this sorceress. In addition to that, Quinn was able to gather a very expensive harp that was stuck below a grate, in addition to some papers that one pieced together, detailed a plan to kidnap an aristocrat named Adrena Lamsensettle. And there was a map of her estate, a schedule of her potential movements about town, suggestions, and it suggested that she knew a very important secret about your employer, Lord Neverember. And scrawled in a very makeshift hand in one of the margins of the notes were, "Her secrets will make a worthy sacrifice." And as you read that is where we ended last session. You find yourself in this catacomb. You have searched the 3 rooms to the north. I'm sharing the map again. You have searched the 3 rooms to the north, and the room that Quinn is standing nearest is the room where those papers were found in that crate. And I leave it up to you to what you would like to do next. We do not have Justin here playing Kaelin, so for purposes of combat, Kaelin will be ran by Corin, but I will handle Kaelin in the role-playing sense as an NPC.
I don't feel very good.
Do you need help?
Probably shouldn't drink weird stuff you find in the graveyard.
I just did
I'm not saying don't.
I just rubbed my, did the gum rub thing.
I'm not like the soul of like common sense and temperance. So I'm not gonna lecture you. I'm just saying, like, if you find weird liquids in graveyards, maybe don't
do it for science.
Yeah, that's kind of what the thought was. Usually you could just take a little bit and like rub it in your gums, and then you're like, yeah, that's a healing potion. And so I figured do the same thing with this. Shit must be fucking potent because I feel like I'm gonna yak.
You look like
to be
you
fair,
would yak.
now you do know the effects of the potion. It's poison.
Yeah.
Will you save a little drop of that, please?
Ocean
I've got
of
so
poison.
much poisons. So many poisons.
Fantastic.
Would a potion of poison just be poison?
But it like is special. It looks like a healing potion.
Are
Whereas,
we sure
like,
it's not just expired?
It actually had a label on it that said
Expiration date 3 years ago.
that said
not drink.
healing use only.
Yeah. It's why would this creepy graveyard lie to me?
Well, I've got really big news. You see that symbol on that door over there on the wall?
What is it?
We rolled last time to see if we knew what the symbol was, right? It was of the
I-
cult of...
I don't think I was
Okay.
in the room with you guys. Kayla and I
Right.
kind of wandered off.
I think
The cult
you
of
and I are the
Blackmail.
only two that got that roll.
Right.
Yes, you did.
Well,
And it was definitely a recognizable symbol to Vecna.
nefarious deceit and secrets follow us in our every footstep while we reside in this place. Like this shadow demon that I'm keeping away with my barrier spells.
Hello, Piper.
A soul
God
would
damn,
like to
Copper.
go and investigate this drawing of a door on the wall, if I'm not mistaken. It's not an actual door.
Let me read that. To the west,
drawing.
stairs lead to a small balcony that overlooks the room from 5 feet above, with just enough room for a door painted with an eye. The door
So
has
there's
an eye painted
eye
on
on
it.
Heard. I thought it was a
Um,
painted door.
That would be a little odd.
Yeah.
Scott, was there something specific for that vial of healing poison?
So I didn't put that in the party sheet yet. Hold on. Gotta find it. That came from the supply room. I will identify those. They are in the party sheet. Those are 2
That is-
potions of poison.
Hilarious. Take those. Thank you.
Ocean of poison. I love that.
Literally.
I love it. Excuse me, Kaylin. Would you mind, seeing if this door is trapped?
Sure, I guess.
Ooh.
Doesn't appear to be. You roll a 13.
Yes. Alrighty. Do you want to do the honors, or should I do the honors?
Caitlin doesn't answer. Fuck you, he says.
You want me to go forward?
That's what I'm asking.
Listen, I checked the doors, pal. You open them. And he
So we'll
steps back. He hops over you, literally.
Hey,
Goes down to the bottom of the stairs.
Scott.
Yeah.
I can't remember from last time. Reading through the potion of poison, I am poisoned. Did we determine that I'm not going to take any of the other things about these potions of poison because I only
you just
gummed
did
it?
the gum, so you had the poison condition and you took a minimal amount of damage, and that was it.
Okay, cool, good, because this thing's scary.
And does it list an amount of time that you're poisoned for?
No, because of the way that this works.
Okay.
It's a countdown of successes. I basically need
this
3
is not
successes.
doing any of that. This is not doing any of that. It just gave you the poison condition for a short period of time, which you're still currently under because you did this like right before they found the papers. So.
Okay, as long as none of the rest of it. Wait till you guys see what the shit. That's so funny.
I don't want anything to do with that.
So are you wanting to open that door, Saul?
Yes, Soul will open the door.
Okay. So as you open that door, this small room appears to be some sort of a crossing. And as you kind of get your bearing, you realize this is a dug tunnel that looks like it goes down some steps and then up some steps. And you believe this is probably in line with the wall that separated the expensive graveyards that you were in versus the commoner's graveyard that you walked through to get there. There was a wall separating it. You believe that this kind of crosses that wall, this little dug area. And you can tell that as you go down these steps or look down these steps and look up, there are hanging from the ceiling 4 different sized bells hung from leather cords.
Mm-hmm.
Does the bells have any religious meaning to me?
Make me a religion check.
6.
Not anything that is ringing a bell. Get it? But no, nothing comes to mind. I mean, bells are used in lots of church services, but not. You don't recognize their size or their pattern or anything about them that leads you to believe that these are of a religious nature. Kalistrick, you do hear water dripping from the room to yourself.
Yes, I'm just sitting there, sort of waiting in case something happens down here. But can I see what the water is that's dripping?
Give me a perception check.
Because it's pitch black in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I have my goggles of the night. But I shall also roll perception. Oop. Forgot there was a new button. Well, that's a natural 1 for a total of 9.
So it's very obvious that there are some rusted pipes in the ceiling, and some of them are leaking water that is dropping down into this giant pool of water. But other than that, you really can't really tell much about it without getting closer and investigating deeper from where you are.
All right. Since it's only about 10 feet from me, I will step forward to that. I guess it's the lip of a pool or something.
Yep.
And
this
just bend
particular
down. Look.
basin, the surface of the water ripples far more than what would be caused by the dripping of the ceiling above. Like, water would move with water, like as water drops into a pool of water, it would cause ripples. These ripples are far more exaggerated than what would be expected from the amount of water falling from these pipes.
Okay. I'm going to step back 5 feet and wait until we have a direction before I mention it.
Okay.
A soul will ask, do we want to leave this area and go down creepy eye path?
Well, we're here,
I'm-
aren't we?
Entirely game for it. I would love to be up close and personal, but behind a respectable defense, perhaps.
Oh, I do still plan on going first, yes.
Hop up on my broom and do my side saddle witch hover.
Before we move on, my friends, Lorelei, there is a pool of water here that is moving more roughly than it should. Since you are a creature of the water, perhaps you could tell me something about this? For I hate to leave our backs unguarded if we walk out of this place.
I'll look at the pool.
Give me a perception check.
Please beat mine.
I sure probably won't. Oh, I don't
Not
know
to
why
beat a
that
one.
rolled twice. Oh, I'm poisoned. 5.
You're poisoned.
Right. So you kind of
Yikes.
looking into the room, you get the same sense that the water should not be moving that much based on the water that's dripping from above. But other than that, you can't really tell anything.
That's weird water.
I agree.
Maybe we leave it alone.
Maybe we do.
And you
Well,
do see
then-
at the far side of the basin there is a door, and there's a door to the eastern
Oh.
wall as well, and western
okay.
wall.
Hey,
So
guys,
there's
there's a
doors
bunch-
in that chamber.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a bunch of doors in here. So there's a lot of places for us to go. So somebody pick a direction and
Should we
Uh,
listen
s-
to all the doors first?
A soul is gonna shut this door, and we can go across
Oh,
Well,
after
Let
we
us-
deal with this.
let
That's
us be
understandable.
very careful walking past this water unless we are looking for injury or a fight. Perhaps there is something within.
I am a firm and confident believer of the fact that there are most certainly others of ill intent in this catacomb somewhere
Oh,
as
that's
to where
for
they are.
There's no doubt of that.
I mean, we've dispatched a few of them and saved a person that was kidnapped in
Well,
a crypt. So
I
I'm
don't-
going to go with like 100% certainty that that's
I-
true.
yes.
I have not believed that we have fought any of the perceived ill-intended, more so their reanimate, as we have not fought anyone living yet, at least of conscious mind.
No, but when you're a necromancer in a graveyard, you kind of put,
Yeah,
it's just what it
trust
is.
me, I understand. I'm
I
familiar.
know you know. Yeah, I'm not telling you anything you don't know.
My friends, what could be an undead creature in this water? I suppose it could be anything.
Yeah.
skeleton fish.
It doesn't necessarily
Dead
doesn't need to be an
fish.
undead creature to be weird in the water.
I have heard rumors of individuals being jumped by slimes they could not see.
That's
Because, are you familiar with placing glass into water and it becoming invisible?
Of course.
There are creatures of thin membrane that will hide themselves in wet areas that become hard to spot. Perhaps we'd be careful approaching this water.
Can you see into these
So
creatures?
elementals, right?
Make a
Elementals
fair
are
point.
pretty easy.
Okay, then we are pretty sure there is something
I
here.
can make an elemental, I think.
Octopi.
Hoop
Undead
monster.
octopi,
Undead octopi. Ooh.
perhaps.
maybe there's a sea urchin.
Well, then maybe we select the path that we have already uncovered and leave
Sea
the rest-
urchin are delicious.
Yes.
Kind of feels like saving like the creepy eye path for last seems good. I don't know. That seems very portentous.
I have a way to solve this almost instantly. and I'll wave my hand, and a beautiful blue bird will appear. And I'll say,
Oh.
"My beautiful
no.
Elvis, I have a job for you." And I'll just throw her in the air, and she already knows what she must do. And Elvis is going to reluctantly look back at me like a pissed off bird, and then nosedive into the water.
All right, so Elpis nosedives into the water, and you see a section of the water flip up and slam down Elpis, and Elpis disappears. Let's roll some initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh, thanks,
Ah.
bird.
You see, Gil's like, "Ah,
So glad I can't. So glad I'm poisoned. Gonna go really
Used to
great.
like me.
intellect."
I rolled an 8.
I rolled an 8.
I rolled a 14.
I rolled a
17.
12.
Kaylin with a 20. Lovely.
Yep. And a soul with a mighty 12.
Pretty mighty.
Twins. I should have taken a soul up on that. Do you need help? But we keep glossing over it.
Don't worry, I don't actually have Lester Restoration, so
Oh,
I can't actually help you.
Been
What the heck?
gaslit.
Oh my god. There's tons
Oh,
Oh no!
Elvis didn't stand a chance.
You
Oh
sent
my
your
god!
fucking-
Hey,
Oh
maybe
my
it's good we didn't step in that water.
You sent a bird into that?
Well, hey,
Right.
better than one of us.
All right,
Back
so Kaylin, you see that there's 3 moving bodies
Wow.
of water. It is your turn. At the
Step
top
away,
of
please.
initiative.
I hope these are what I think that they are, because I haven't seen those in a long time, and that's a real blast from the past if they are.
I think I know
I-
what you would
Right.
I don't know anything.
We are going to go.
They're one of my
with-
favorite second edition monsters, just because of how stupid their name is.
They're called Aboleth.
Mm-mm.
No,
No.
these are
They're
not
a little
Apple.
weirder than that.
They're called
Weirder than
tsunami.
that!
He said the word. And
They're
yes,
called
that is
man.
that is what actually 2 out of the 3 of them are. Yes.
I'm so excited. I love those.
The one
What are
that is
they?
They're
cool-
so awful. They're terrible. I hate that they're there. They're horrifying. I don't want to fight them, but I'm really happy to see them.
And I'm glad you're having this reaction, Sean. And welcome to Vecna Eve of Ruin, which is an homage to D&D history. And this is a little taste of that kind of thing that's going to happen throughout the rest of this campaign.
We're just gonna be soy jack pointing and going
Yeah.
the whole time.
I
I'm
won't.
so happy right now. I absolutely love water weirds. They are the stupidest creatures, and they are terrifying. So I'm very excited. I'm just happy to be here.
Kaylin kind of jumps over back behind the party, falling in line, and will then throw daggers kind of just in between the arms of Calistrix's torso and his arms. So first dagger, 16 to hit, or 27 to hit, sorry.
That will hit.
That should have an extra d6 on it for Hunter's Mark. So 12 points of damage. Let me see if I can get Hunter's Mark to work.
I put it on him. I mean, I put the point of damage on him.
You
Gotcha.
threw out the tidal wave, huh?
Yes, whatever is up front. Let me see if I can actually keep this.
Yes. You
You have to add the hunter's mark to that creature also, not just to you.
Yeah.
That way it knows to target.
That is the creature you just threw at.
Look
It's
at his
just
little
water.
face.
Why are you
It's
hitting the
Shy
water?
Guy, but water.
Second
fast?
attack. Will be an 18 to hit.
That will also hit.
For Why is it not rolling the d6?
Don't know. Just drop a d6 and I'll add it.
Yep. For an extra 6
It's
points, so
the-
15 total.
Okay.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it doesn't know which monster you have Hunter's Mark on. So it said target unidentified. So it's not connected to the monster you're hitting.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe because there's no name on it. Maybe because it's called unidentified.
It's all good. Last attack with
yeah,
the
you-
knit.
You don't have the hunter's mark effect on a creature yet.
That's
Gotcha.
right.
In the
That's what I'm
combat
trying to say.
tracker.
You have the effect on yourself, but you don't have a creature targeted with Hunter's Mark applied.
Which
so
would
it's
then
not
then roll
connecting
the
to damage.
All right.
The effect on you is for the concentration save.
However, that would miss with the 13.
Yes, and I believe that is all I can do.
Okay. So Kalen crosses across the room, whipping some daggers that fly back to his hand, and as they travel from the material back to the Fae, back to his hand, and twice it pierces into this body of water that is manifesting out of this pool, and then from behind it,
Maybe Lorelei can just absorb them.
Step
I'm not
up.
a sponge.
Unfortunately, Lorelei is the target, standing where Lorelei is.
Yo.
Okay, kind
And
of rude, but
this creature, which looks a little bit different, a tendril of water lashes out at Lorelei.
seems rude.
It is rude.
Does a 22
It's
hit?
extremely.
I sure do.
You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. You are also medium or smaller, so you are grappled, pulled 5 feet towards it, and you are restrained.
That son of a...
Yikes.
Well, the good news is, I assume it's trying to drown me. I can't
Potentially,
breathe
yes.
underwater.
Correct. Correct. It does not know that.
Yeah. So, of all the people to be yoinked into the pool,
Right.
Mildly
It might be
inconvenient.
best is you. Right. Quinn, you saw this creature pop up, lash out with a tendril
Yeah.
of water, wrap itself around your friend, and drag her towards the edge of the pool.
Fortunately, fire is not the most helpful against watery creatures, so a fireball is not exactly what we're looking for here, which makes me kind of sad, because when all the world's a nail, you know. So what I'm going to do instead is hope very much that these are not smart creatures, and so imagine that this is a 20-foot sphere that includes all 3 of these creatures, kind of in the middle of the pool, roughly. And I'm going to target them all. I think I can do it without getting Lorelei in a 20-foot sphere,
Easily.
most likely. So, yeah, I'm not going to bother drawing it. If I need to, I'll use a sorcerer's point or a sorcery point for careful spell, but it doesn't seem
You
necessary.
won't need to. She's not in its space.
And-
She's right where you see her, so you could put the edge of the 20-foot there. Not a problem.
And shift target, right? Target multiple creatures.
It's either shift or control. I
Is it
never
control?
remember.
I can't either. It's control. Okay. And I am going to have them make intelligence saves. Please fail.
With a 1,
All
a
fail.
4, and an 8, they all fail.
Oh,
Big damage.
So synaptic static, they all take 35 damage as feedback explodes in what passes for their tiny minds. And they also get a really fun condition called Muddled Thoughts. They have minus 1d6 on all attacks and checks and con saves as well. And they will get a save against this on their turn, I believe. But yes, they are all muddled as the psychic feedback has shattered their tiny little minds.
If water could look confused, it would. It would definitely look confused. That obviously had massive effect on them. You know that they are muddled in that way based on how you see their forms twitch and react to the energy you sent their way. All right.
So that lasts for a minute or until they save. They do get a save at the end of each of their turns. That is an intelligence save.
At the end, okay.
Yep, and then I just kind of back up just to like a little tiny bit with a big grin on my face because man, my spell DCs are actually getting kind of hard to hit now, and so it's. I was never ever able to hit anything with a save effect, so now I'm very excited.
This creature flows out of the pool on top of those two.
Seems unfair.
Which would be, let's see, Lorelei.
I'm getting teabagged by a wave.
worse.
So you are the teabag.
Yeah.
Oh. It's like in reverse.
That would be Lorelei and Calistrick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I have you both targeted. I can't target you because you're underneath me. Hold on. Hold, please.
Holding.
Now I have you both. Okay. So it washes over you and you are engulfed in its form. Saving throws for strength. Lorelei got a 5. And Calistrick got an 11, both of which are fails. The bludgeoning damage from this wall of water does 7 points of damage to each of you.
Okay.
You are also large or smaller. You are grappled and restrained and unable to breathe unless you can breathe water.
Easy.
You know
I'll
what would have
take water
been
right
really,
into my lungs.
would have been really helpful is your shower cap of water breathing from the last campaign that never got used.
Fucking shower cap. God damn it.
That's fucked up.
In this campaign, I can give myself gills, so I don't even need it. But
Right.
And my shower cap would be hella useful now.
This one partially comes out of the water, but you can tell that he is maintaining contact with the body of the pool of water as he steps out and tries to also hit Lorelei with a tendril of water slaps into you with a 21 to hit.
The fuck? Why'd you roll so many things?
I had advantage because you are.
Oh, yeah, fair. Yeah, 21 hits.
Minus D6.
But then I
because
minused
muddled.
1, so.
Yeah.
So you take an additional 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and this one also has you grappled and restrained.
I'm just being hugged by all the water. It's like
all
being
the
back
water.
home.
That's right. Which will bring us to Gil.
Gil is going to raise his hand and then start closing his fist. And can the large creature in the front make a Constitution saving throw for me?
do.
Because this is an ability I'm using, not a spell. I can't really target him with it.
Gotcha. Con save.
Mm-hmm.
He's at +4 with a natural 1, gives him a 5.
All of you see in that crashing wave, an assortment of blue feathers are whipping around in the whirlwind, and they all shoot out of this creature with like the quills facing in, and they start spinning like drills, and all of the Elpis feather points shoot back into it, and you just see this bubble of stasis lock as it is frozen in momentary stasis. It is encased in a field of magical energy, and until the end of my next turn, it is incapacitated. If it takes damage, it takes damage under the effect of incapacitated, but until my next turn, it can't do squat.
What about the
Okay.
creatures that are locked within it? Can they do squat?
You can just walk right on out if you want. It is
No
only this
kidding.
creature that is affected.
But not me, because I'm like 8,000
Well, yeah.
quadruple restrained.
You're triple restrained, right?
It's very interesting as you watch all of the whipping water inside of this like torrent just suddenly freeze instantly and stop moving.
So, does an incapacitated creature drop its grapple?
I have no idea.
If I'm knocked out, I don't think I can hold on to anything.
That's fair. It's kind of the definition of the term incapacitated. So
Yes, but we are dealing with D&D terms of
I
incapacitated,
know.
so let me look it up.
but why?
I'm
Why?
also looking it up.
Developers of
If you wanna-
Wizards of the Coast have never been punched out.
Because Pathfinder is not as fun.
Right.
I see both
That's why
answers.
we're
Incapacitated.
playing D&D.
Incapacitated, you can't take any action, bonus action, or reaction. Your concentration is broken. You can't speak. If you're incapacitated when you roll initiative, you have disadvantage on the roll. That's all it says.
I think it's a DM call.
Well, it doesn't have to take any of those actions to do this grapple. So I think you are still grappled and restrained by it, but it still has that condition for everything else. So they can't necessarily just walk away. They would still have to break free. But
So being
it is
restrained-
definitely easy to hit right now.
Being restrained inside of it, we have disadvantage to get out, but it also has disadvantage to hold on to us.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it'd be a straight roll for both of us.
It would be you would both roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
Is yeah. Is mathematically how that works out.
Except it doesn't give
Oh,
them
yeah.
disadvantage.
Ignore that
To hold the
6.
grapple.
It is. Oh, is it disgusting?
Because you have a DC. It has a DC for your breaking out of it.
Okay.
That doesn't change. Is there anything else, Keel?
Only a bonus action, which is a wizard I have very little to do with. I don't think I can do anything, so Gil's just going to take one polite scoot backwards.
So, Lorelei, it's your turn, but you are obviously need a moment.
Oh, so
What did you do?
my husband and I have this like tradition where like anytime he gets a new beer of some sort, I have to take the first sip. So
Apparently, it was not good.
I don't like beer, so I bought him a caramel cookie imperial stout
Ooh.
for him to try. And
Oh, God,
it
you need to
smells
chew that.
amazing. It smells so good. It tastes like what I imagine the bottom of a dirty shoe tastes like.
Ew.
Ew.
Nice.
Stouts are like
Oh, that
that.
was horrible.
Stouts are either fantastic or they're awful. Like
I like sours, like in terms of beers, like I can handle a really tart sour. Like I just bought some sours that taste like green apple Jolly Ranchers. But
So that's
other
the
than that,
very wrong end of the beer spectrum for you.
yeah.
Right.
I'm a stout girl all the way. Like
well,
I'm a porter and brown ale person. I'm sort of right in the middle. I like a nice malty beer, but not.
Mhm.
My stomach these days. I can't chew my beer anymore without my stomach
Right.
getting mad at me.
oh,
Right.
that was foul. Okay, So I'm a underwater bondage right now. But I can still like move my hands and stuff. I just have a move speed of 0.
Correct.
Sick. Okay. So Lorelai is just like
well, I
inside.
can actually read you are restrained, so that does have other conditions beyond movement. Let me double check.
Okay.
The restrained condition.
By the way you were acting, Amanda, I thought your giant dog had farted right in your face.
No, Luna doesn't come downstairs.
Restrained, your speed is 0 and you can't increase it. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage. You have disadvantage on dex saves. So that's the difference between restrained.
Cool. So Lorelai is just like stuck inside all this water. She just looks annoyed. Like she's tired of getting hit, but like otherwise she's like, this is just like fucking home. This is stupid. So she reaches into her bag and she grabs a little baggie of just a little baggie. It kind of looks like a Coke bag, to be honest. It literally is just a little baggie. She shakes it a little bit. She pulls out a single pinch and just sprinkles it inside of the guy in front of her and drops some dust of dryness inside the water weird in front of her.
That's fantastic.
Number 1 or 2?
Fantastic.
Number 1.
All right.
Okay, so what this does is, as a utilize action, you can sprinkle a pinch of the dust on an elemental within 5 feet of yourself that is composed mostly of water, such as a water elemental or a water weird.
Go figure.
Wow. Unfortunately, the DC is really low, but such a creature exposed to a pinch of the dust makes a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I will trigger that. Con save from number 1. With a 2 on the die, I got a 3.
All right. Now I will do 10d6 necrotic damage to you.
Whoa.
Oh my word.
That's fantastic.
You are literally sucking the life out of this water, is what that means. That's crazy.
I told you could absorb it.
21. That's
That
only
was
6. I can't count. Holy cow. That's terrible.
We can add if you roll 4 more.
34 points of damage.
Ouch.
Bam, to number 1.
He might be gone.
Yes, he is. So you pinch this thing, and he just kind of like sucks in, and he releases you. His tendril of water he's got grappled around you kind of releases, pulls back into this little scoop of dust that sucks this thing in, and it just kind of
like turns into a pellet.
And then I'll
step on it.
Right.
Crush it. And I'll look at the other one holding on to me, wiggle the bag.
You want to catch these hands?
That's pretty nasty, actually. Alrighty. Anything else, Lorelai?
So, question. That was just my utilize action. Do I get, like, an attack action, too? I don't know I don't know my action economy anymore.
Yeah, let's look that up, too, because we're in this whole new paradigm of the 2024 rules. So... actions.
Yeah, I rolled that d6 earlier because I was like, oh, I've never rolled to see how many pinches I have. And then I rolled the max amount of pinches. So I had 10 pinches of dust, and now I have 9. So.
Utilize. Which is in the glossary, which I believe. Let's see.
Oh, you know what?
You normally interact with an object while doing something else, such as when you draw a sword as part of the attack action. When an object requires an action for its use, you take the utilize action.
Okay, so no.
So it is an action. It is an action. Yes.
Cool. All right. Well, then I will just wiggle that baggie of dust that just disintegrated his friend at the one that is also still holding on to me. And I think that's all I got.
All right. A soul.
That's me. I'm going to go ahead. Actually,
Suck it up your trunk and blow it against the wall.
I know you didn't mean for that to sound like it did.
Going from suck to blow.
Okay, think of it however you want. Just take care of this thing.
I will go ahead and ring my bell at this little creature in front of me. That is actually, we're not supposed to hit this one, correct?
Why not?
I mean, you can. It's just incapacitated, which means if you guys want to get away from it, or if anyone who's in it wants to leave it, you can.
It's
but
super easy to hit right now.
I will target the weird behind it actually, and
Okay.
ring my little bell.
He rolled a 3 on his saving throw, so that's a failure.
For a total of 11 points of damage.
Damn. You see the water vibrate with the sound of the ringing bell, and you obviously have damaged it. Anything else?
I don't think I need to do anything else. I think we're good.
All right. Kalistrick, you are grappled and restrained inside this creature.
Yes, I
And you cannot
understand
breathe.
that. I get it. It's only been 6 seconds, so I'm not about to die.
Nope.
But I don't like this, so I'm going to try to get out. If I could use an acrobatics check to wriggle out of there.
It would have to be a. Let me look at the creature. What did it say? That one is that. Whelm. Escape DC 14, which is a. Would be a dexterity save.
Oh, okay.
Right? Is that what escape is? Because it says
Sure.
escape DC 14. I don't know if that. Or no, you can use it. No, that's it. It's acrobatics or athletics. Absolutely.
Okay.
Acrobatics
All right,
DC 14 is what you're looking for.
I'll try to wriggle out rather than hitting it, because it seems like Lorelei's got this thing under control. I rolled a 27 to
Oh
get
yeah, you
loose.
totally can get out from under this thing.
All right, I'll just take a step back, get out of everybody's way. Excuse me, give me one moment. I shall be right back in a moment.
Yes, you are able to expel the water from your nostrils and mouth and breathe clean air once again. Vora.
So Vora is going to just have a scowl on her face like this is not acceptable, and she's going to go forward and she's going to take her staff of withering and just at the big bubble of water. I don't know.
All right.
So
Staff of withering.
do I have it targeted? Yes.
You do.
Okay. So let's. Did 18 hit?
That will definitely hit.
Okay, so this, I'm going to expend a charge on the staff. So I'll do the regular damage and then the extra damage from the charge.
I don't know how this works.
So what
I'm not
happens
looking at-
is if I hit, I can expend a charge to deal an extra 2d10 necrotic damage to the target and force it to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, if you don't have that coded as a button to click to do the extra damage, then
Okay.
we'll just have to roll it and add it.
Okay, cool. So here's the initial.
But it should have normal damage, right?
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to do that first.
Okay.
So 4.
Okay.
And now I'm going to do 2d10. Oh, my little dice are hidden. Hold on.
You see yourself vote.
Okay. Is that a 10? I can't see my dice because they're hiding, so I'm assuming I have the right one.
Try it. Drop
Oh,
it in the box.
no, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Okay. That was terrible. Okay. 4.
4 more. Okay.
Yep. And now it needs to make a Constitution saving throw. The DC is 15.
On save. I got a
Ooh.
20, so he makes the save.
Okay. All right. So that's it. If he had
All right.
if he had failed, he would have disadvantage for an hour. But. And then okay, so. Bonus action. I don't think I have much. I think
You don't have Guinevere out right now, right?
No.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just gonna let that stand.
All right. We are back to the top of the round with Kaylin, which would be you, Corin.
Yes. Kaylin, second verse, same as the first. This time, still letting Lorelei have a chance. Ooh, actually, he will 5-foot step back, as thrown weapons have disadvantage when in melee. But the elemental is still under.
Cannot take reactions.
Yes. Perfect. So he will step back and go ahead and try and finish off the weird behind first. So first dagger. Will a 13 hit?
It will. So you basically have trouble missing that thing.
Yeah. That will
Because
be
you had
8
a
points of
2 on the
damage.
die.
Yep. Second attack will be a 21
Totally
to hit.
hits. And as the dagger goes into it a second time, you see this water just kind of dissipate and fall out of form.
I just want to remind you that as a bonus action, once a thing with your hunter's mark on it dies, you can move it to another creature with the bonus action, so you can keep those beautiful D6s going. You didn't need it there, but
Yep. Yeah. And then I will use my nick attack for the one that does have the hunter's mark on it. Will a 17 hit?
It will.
All right. Unfortunately, I don't know how to add the D6. Oh, I did it! I figured it out. 13 points.
Okay.
And then bonus action offhand attack. I believe is how this is supposed to go. Now that I don't need to move my hunter's mark.
Right.
So last fourth dagger with a 14 to hit.
Will hit.
He will take another 10 points of damage.
Is that offhand supposed to have all the things?
I assume he had
Meaning
the right feet. But
meaning
he
is
does
it's
not. So he should heal, I believe, 4 points from that.
okay, it was 4 points too much.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I just take a step away. Someone from work called me. I'll be right back.
No worries. Quinn, it is your turn. As these daggers whip past into the large elemental.
well, I don't want to burn any more spell slots, so I'm gonna try this. So okay, so I'm going to spend a sorcery point, and you sort of watch Quinn. It's almost as though the quality of the light around him changes. So, where before he is kind of almost illuminated in red, as though they're under the light of a full moon. As you watch, you can actually see that light start to sort of seep away, and it's almost as though the phase of the moon has changed, and it's now a new moon. So there's like shadows on him where there used to be sort of bright light. And I am going to use my level 1 new moon spell, Ray of Sickness. And I get this for free once a day.
Ooh.
I haven't gotten
Cool.
to do this before. Very excited.
And this is a free without burning a slot?
Yes.
Nice.
I get one, like there are 3 like level 1 spells. There's a crescent moon spell, a full moon, and a new moon, right? And so I get free spells without counting against my spells known. And the level 1 ones I can spend once per day without a spell slot. The
Wow,
level
that's
2s
amazing.
and stuff you can't.
That's
but
pretty
you
good.
get level 1 spells.
Well, you
Anyway,
just
so that's
critically
good.
hit.
Cool. Have some of those damage. Poison, I know, but
Yeah, it
I
does
think-
resist the poison damage.
yeah. I figured it would resist a little bit, but you also are poisoned. Okay, you're immune to that. That's too bad. I was hoping.
Mhm.
I like disadvantage, but
Good thought.
still fun. I didn't have to burn a
Alrighty.
spell slot. So.
So, Miller, is it?
Well, did it get damaged?
It's been
Yeah.
damaged.
Yeah, then it gets its turn.
Okay. But it still has the muddled thoughts. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's
was-
correct.
Which it gets to
May
save,
save
at the end of
against. He
its
can
turn?
save it at the end of his turn. Yes.
Okay. And he still has a creature inside. So,
Ew.
Lorelei.
You're drowning, sorry. Ho hum.
Blub, blub, blub.
He's going to slam you a couple times.
Stop
Oh,
hitting yourself.
23 to hit.
Ugh.
yeah.
You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage. And second attack
Ow.
does a 22 hit.
Extremely
Yeah.
rude.
And you take 12 more.
I
Uh
think you would make her spill her dust of dryness into
Ouch.
himself.
huh.
Now we are at Gil's turn.
Well, a harmful fellow. I will, in lieu of not wanting to waste a spell, I'll just walk up and go, it's time for you to go to sleep, and I'll tap him with Chill Touch and start freezing his own water. So I control click. We Chill Touch. Roll. Oh, I rolled it twice. Oops.
So it hit.
Well, the first one was a 19, yeah. And then the damage will be 9.
All right.
It's supposed to be 2d10? 2d10 at level 5. Yes, I don't know why it only rolled 1.
Just drop another d10
You
roll
have
at it.
to manually go in and add
Okay.
dice to those as you level up. Fantasy Grounds doesn't do it for you. All your cantrips and stuff have to be manually doubled.
Okay.
Friends of the stream, Fantasy Grounds. If you want to fix that.
It'd be great if you could.
If
Awesome.
if they would automatically do things, that'd be amazing.
All right. Anything else, Gil?
Mm-mm.
That definitely did seem to hurt it. Lorelei, this thing's been beating on you. You no longer are grappled and restrained 3 times, so I'll take some of those off you.
She just sighs.
But you are.
I really want this dust for my fucking experiments later, guys. And then she will pinch one more pinch into
Okay.
whatever that is.
So is that a save again?
Mm-hmm. DC 13.
That's just a
Which one?
straight
Con
element.
or?
I believe it is Constitution. Let me open up the thing again. Dust to dryness. Yes, DC 13 Constitution.
7 + 4 is 11. He fails.
Sucks to suck.
Remember to count to 10. There we go.
Ooh.
31
Jesus
points.
Christ.
So you take this pinch out and you just drop it into him as he's got you engulfed, and all the water just kind of sucks into this pellet that is just falls at your feet, and he is dead.
Picture this entire giant elemental just becoming sand.
Right.
Instead of stepping on it this time, Lorelei's just gonna pick up the pellet. She's just gonna pick up the pellet and put it in an empty vial.
And as this creature has
Just add water.
we are out of initiative. The water now has subsided back to its normal expected motion with the water that is dripping from the ceiling, as opposed to it being much more turbulent than that.
Very, very embarrassed. Quinn will very briefly fix the light around himself again, so it is once more a full moon, and sort of touch Lorelei and get rid of your poison. Totally forgot I had lesser restoration. Just a little embarrassed.
Nice.
So you can take the poison
Oopsie.
condition off of yourself.
I did that.
I'm gonna step away.
Thanks.
I forgot I could do that.
I'm gonna step away. I need to take somebody outside.
Yep, go for it.
Gil will pick
That's a
up
threat.
a very wet feather from the pool of water, just this blue feather, and he goes, "Well, my bad."
I'll be back.
Well, that was interesting.
Hey, Soul.
Come here.
Like a soccer mom.
One charge
Lick
of
your
the
finger
wand.
and rub off her nose.
You want the Bluey Band-Aid, or do you want the Superman Band-Aid?
2 charges of the wand.
Superman.
3 charges of the wand.
That's fine. That's enough.
Well, that's all I
Do you have any
got.
of those
on the
orange
wand.
slices?
What was that?
Have any of those orange slices?
Right.
You get an actual spell slot out of me too. You're welcome.
Oh hell yeah! I tanked it, guys.
You
Water's
did.
my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get
you
to
weren't-
use my
you-
magic item for what it was intended for, and not for my weird lotion experiments later.
Yeah, that was good. I'm glad you remembered you had that.
That's so awesome.
10d6 is fucking crazy work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is
especially like with no.
crazy.
Yeah, it's brutal.
And what's nice is it's not sink or suck, or sink or save, or whatever the phrase is.
Oh, if they
Sucker
fail, they
save.
take half.
They take half.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. All right, so the water has subsided to a normal amount of turbulence expected from the leaking pipes above. There is 2 doors in the eastern wall, a door in the southern wall, and a door in the western wall.
We fought water weirds. I'm so excited. That, I swear, brings me back to like 1995. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
reading
awesome.
the second edition monstrous manual and just thinking about all the terrible stuff D&D monsters could do to you in like 7th grade. It takes
That's
me
awesome.
all the way back. It's incredible.
I couldn't read in 1995.
Ah!
I wasn't
I'm
even
gonna flip
thought
you off
of
to
in
that one.
1995.
Mm. Hilarious. So funny.
All right, I'm going to walk up and listen at this door here.
Okay, give me a perception check.
That
Okay.
encounter apparently aged me 400 years of real life as well. Who knew?
That's a 28 to hear at the
Wow.
door.
So you put your ear to the door, and you definitely hear the churning of gears.
There are gears in this room.
And
They're not-
the sounds of the flow of water with a natural 20.
And water. Water churning gears.
No
Should
more
we look
water.
at
What
all of them.
It's got to be the pump that drives the cistern.
Perhaps. Let me jog.
But,
Let me just
you know-
run straight across the water, and I'll listen to this one. Why can't I move? There I can. I'll go listen to the other side now.
Okay.
Would I know anything about water weirds, like where they're from or why they would be here? As a person from the plane of water?
So as that, you would know that these kind of creatures existed on your homeworld, but they're not only found on your homeworld, right?
Mm-hmm,
They are elementals, which can be found on many different planes. So it's possible these were created by somebody to guard this cistern of sorts. So, what languages do you speak, by the way?
Me?
Yeah.
It's a great question. Unfortunately, my languages section is apparently not filled out. So give me like
You don't.
5
you're
minutes
mute.
and I'll tell you.
All right. Yeah. I mean, there's not any languages per se that matter in this moment. I'm just wondering if, like you would know that creatures of that type speak Aquan, right? And if you speak Aquan, it might be one of the ones you speak based on your race or species. The question is like if they didn't speak that language, then they might be like a creation versus a naturally occurring beast.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but you don't have no way to know that at this moment anyway, because you destroyed them all. But
I didn't want to talk. I wanted out.
right.
They started it.
With that,
I finished
11
it.
on your perception check at that door, which is that room. 1 second.
Galen, I can't hear much here. What do you think?
You do hear a little bit of the same mechanical sound, but it's not quite as clear, and you don't hear any water sounds.
Okay. Can we have Kalen listen? Because I know he's got those big old ears. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, if you ask him to, he'll happily oblige and go try to suss it out.
Because we have 2 more doors to potentially check out here. Maybe
Yeah,
he
you
can-
have to open all of them because we don't know where the captives are. So any people could be chained up in any of these rooms. We've already found one person unconscious, sort of just in a closet.
I agree.
Correct.
There also appears to be a door at the end of the chamber with a large
Right.
lock on it, yes. Are there not 3 doors in this room? I thought.
There are 4, actually.
Oh,
So there's
I'm
2 on the eastern
lost.
wall, 1 on the western, and 1 on the southern wall.
Oh, wow.
forgive me, I've
2 on
lost
the
it.
east.
My
It's a creepy eye door. So we got 5 doors.
Mhm.
Right. Currently, yes. So, are you,
Can you roll a
Corin, if you
perception for
roll
Kalen?
Kalen for
Yes. Investigation or perception?
perception?
Perfect. Perception will be a 29.
He says, yeah, I hear lots of gears turning in there and the sound of water moving through maybe a pipe or something.
Similar. All right, Kalen, can you go check out the other 2 doors in this room?
Yes.
So the southern door.
Perception check.
If you're having him listen, that's the thing. Yes.
Yep. Double 19s for a 31 total.
That's crazy. Let's see. 11.
He's our listener from now on for sure.
Yeah.
You do hear the sound of like water dripping, not running water like the other. But that's
Okay.
all you hear. And it's standing there, you do see this door has what looks to be a shiny new, very sturdy padlock on it.
Okay.
And then there's another door that hasn't been listened to here. You can give that a listen.
Yep. Only a 21 this time.
That's amazing.
This is you hear a different kind of mechanical sound coming from here. It's smaller, not like big cog-like mechanics, but more fine mechanics. Smaller component style mechanical sounds. And you also hear the sound of someone that seems to be like quietly humming to themselves.
You are a fantastic listener. What shall we do, fellows?
If there's a person that direction, we need to go that direction. We're here to save people.
I concur.
Stoll will go and just open the door.
Which one?
The one that Kaylin was just on.
Okay. 1 second.
For the sake of saving lives, we act in haste.
We are being paid for this, correct?
I believe so. We've been given a house.
Rubble chokes the southeastern corner of this room, leaving only a small gap near the uneven ceiling. Some of the rubble has been reassembled into a makeshift low table, which bears small clockwork components. A hulking, fish-headed creature wearing an exquisite silk suit carefully examines the tiny parts as he hums quietly to himself.
A fish man? Oh, I'm so excited.
A gentle fish man.
I hope he speaks common or primordial.
Ahem.
Do you think this is one of the people we're looking for?
I certainly hope not.
I think we can almost guarantee it's not, actually.
What is your problem with fish people?
It's not fish people. All right, hold on.
Lorelai just saddles right up next to you,
No, that's not right.
and she wiggles the bag of dust at you.
Yeah. Quinn pulls out a pouch of corn kernels and like prestidigitates underneath them to start popping them as he watches.
I put my finger to my lips.
Well, you've opened the door. You've all been talking.
Oh,
It's a little late to be quiet. Right.
Right.
But he's not paying much attention to you. He's just sitting there humming and working on what looks to be some little piece of machinery.
I'm gonna like push my way past them and look into the room. Can I kind of tell? Have I seen creatures like him before?
Yes. Absolutely, you've seen creatures like him before. He is a Merid.
Merid. What do I know about Merids?
That's a wonderful
Because
question.
Amanda knows nothing about Merids.
Thanks for asking.
Gotcha. As far as generic Merids, not knowing specifically about this finely dressed one, they hail from the elemental plane of water. They are the most wondrous of genie kind. So they are genies.
Oh no.
This Lorelei knows nothing about
And-
genies.
Even the lowest marriage sees itself as superior to the flighty Jinn, the ground-hugging Dao, and the fuming Ifrit. So they consider themselves the elite and best of the genie types. Large and piscine marrieds are a strange sight to behold, particularly when clad in a finely stitched vest and colorful pantaloons that they favor.
I'm an
They-
idiot. My original patron was a married.
Correct. Correct. And back
Maybe we
then I
should
said,
close this
this will
door.
be an interesting encounter, and then you changed.
Excuse me, fine sir.
Yes.
What are you doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing?
You just hanging out in here?
I am repairing this clock.
Oh, what's wrong with it? Can I come look?
Are you adept at fixing things?
You know, kinda. I don't know how statistically accurate that is, but
You do have the word artificer in your title.
I know. I have all these tools, and I hold up like just a shit ton of tools.
Interesting.
What kind of a clock is it?
Well, this is a mechanical clock, once wielded by the Water Clock Guild. They left it behind, and I believe that some of these parts here, and you see he's got like 1,000 parts that he's gathered in
Jesus.
various boxes and whatnot. Shouldn't take me more than a few years to put it back together.
Why do you want to put it back together?
Oh, it's the device that has me trapped here.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So I figure if I can figure out how to put it back together, I can then be free of my entrapment here and go on about the rest of my existence.
How long have you been trapped down here?
Several years, I believe. I stopped counting.
It's really sad.
Have you gotten like new neighbors recently?
Oh, you mean the cultists?
Yeah, them.
Pretty much.
Yeah, they seem to come and go. I don't pay them much mind.
Do they
I
pay
think they
you
locked-
much
I
mind?
think they locked someone in the little storage room over there, and he kind of points to the southern room with the lock on it.
Oh, thanks. That's helpful. They leave you alone mostly?
Yes, I don't see that they have much need of me or I of them. I mean, I'm
Suppose that's fair.
trapped within the confines of this room, sadly. So this
Oh,
is
wow.
the world I live in, and I just have to figure out how to fix this and get out of here.
Why
It's
are you
even
trapped?
smaller than I thought.
Is something holding you here? A deal, a wish, a contraption?
Well, there was a group of geomancers known as the Water Clock Guild, and they and I didn't see eye to eye, and well, they then trapped me here.
Awfully rude of them.
This kind of thing happens to my kind quite often.
Can I try
What
to help
happened
you?
to them?
That's so
So
sad.
we could perhaps aid you.
Oh, well, what happened to them? A few of them I killed. But the
That seems
rest,
reasonable.
I imagine they've gone about their business. They probably don't even remember that I'm trapped here.
How long have you been here?
A few years, I believe. I stopped counting the days. He looks over at the wall, and you see there's like wall marks, and then you realize that
Aw.
it didn't really matter. I just can't seem to get this clock fixed.
I'll see if I can help him.
Oh, you don't have to. I quite enjoy tinkering.
But wouldn't you rather be
wouldn't
free?
you enjoy leaving? Yeah, wouldn't you enjoy leaving more?
I mean, I suppose.
What if I shave just maybe a couple of years off? Or who knows, maybe I'll add a couple more on accident, you know?
I mean, I guess it couldn't hurt, or it could. Either way. Sure.
Do merits die?
Well, that's an interesting question, and I don't wish to find out.
Fair enough. And I would just start pulling out of my bag whatever tools I need. I have a thing called right tool for the job, so I literally can just have any tool that I want. I basically have a Swiss Army knife in my bag.
Right. So what kind of a check would you like to make?
What kind of a check indeed?
Yeah, Inspector Gadget, what are you going to do?
Could I do an Arcana check to see if maybe the pieces are if there's some sort of magical component that's making it more difficult to put this clock back together?
Okay. Yeah, give me an Arcana check with advantage because you have the right tool for the job.
And I'm not poisoned.
That'll help.
Cool. I didn't see what those rolled. Get out of the way.
An A, man.
Gil is going to use an ability, and there's going to be a moment where Lorelei is fixing the clock and is almost about to misplace something. And there's just a flash, a quick speed up where the hand that was about to collide with the tool ticks a little faster than it's supposed to and gets out of the way. You can reroll that.
So
okay,
how would
so
she could reroll one, right?
Yes, you could reroll one of those, but considering its advantage, let's hope it's better.
Okay. Nope.
Wow. I've done all I can do.
All right.
Okay, hold on. I gotta look at one more thing. Because I assume I fail the check. Please hold.
Defying time itself.
Do I have to take the extra roll that you gave me, or is it stay at a 14?
You can choose either.
Okay, cool. I will use Flash of Genius as well to add another 5 to that, so it'll be a 19 total.
Okay. With a 19, you definitely see that he's on the path to putting these pieces together. It's going to take a long period of time. However, in that in that Arcana check, you realize there is one cog that he keeps trying to use that is not part of this clock.
Oh, you see this piece right here? I think this is a red herring. This doesn't belong to this clock at all.
Good use of a term.
Interesting. Perhaps it has some other significance then.
Maybe. I'll hold it up and kind of look at it. Is there anything on it? I don't think I have any magic stuff. I will hold the cog up and just look at it and see if it looks like anything looks different about it. I obviously know that it's not part of this specific clock set, but is it like a pin, or does it potentially look magical?
I mean, anything could be magical
true.
within reason. But it doesn't have any arcane symbology on it in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't have any any identifying features other than the fact that the way that it's built, the way that it's designed, are obviously not part of the same design of this clock that he is putting together. It is definitely an outlier and whatnot. So whether it's magical or not, you'd have to investigate in another way.
Yeah, that's okay.
But
can I keep this since it doesn't have anything to do with your clock? It's kind of cool. Maybe I can make it into a pin.
sure.
Thanks. I'm sorry that I couldn't help you more than that, but at least that one piece won't trip you up.
That's actually quite useful. That might shave some time off me being able to figure this all out. Many thanks.
Yeah, do you have a name? Sorry, we kind of barged in and started asking you all these questions, and we didn't even ask your name.
My friends call me Shan. It is a kind of a complicated, longer name that most people can't wrap their tongues around, but you can call me Shan.
Okay, Shan. I unfortunately don't have years to spend down here. But
That's understandable. Your kind live a much shorter life than mine.
do you like music?
Oh, I hum to myself all the time to pass the time.
I'll pull out. I have a little music box that a version of Cal gave me forever ago, and it's just a music box that plays itself whenever someone is holding it.
That's awesome. He's like, are you giving this to me?
Yeah. I figure if you have to be stuck here for the next several years, maybe at least you can have some additional music.
That's quite nice of you.
I lean over and say, "Little brother, he will be so sick of that song. It's the same one every time."
I've been sick of it for weeks.
So I have put the gold-colored flywheel in the inventory that you got.
Oh, they both say unidentified in the party sheet.
Ah.
So I don't know which one it is.
1 second. I dropped it on your inventory.
Thank you. I don't know what the other unidentified thing in the party sheet is.
I don't remember what that's from either.
It's the other thing that was down the grate that came up with the harp, but I can't remember what it was.
Is it the papers?
Hold on. With the
No,
harp?
there's something
1
else.
second.
Yeah, I think so.
I wonder if Kalen would like to be picking this lock in the meantime, because if we
Oh,
need anything done,
It's a potion, but you guys had not identified that potion yet.
Gotcha. Just so you know, Shen, we're probably going to evict your new neighbors. I don't know if you're fans of theirs or not, but if you hear some yelling and screaming, it's probably us asking them to leave.
Oh, I'm not fans of any of them in particular. I mean, I think they are Vec Knights, aren't they?
That's the impression that I got from the creepy eye thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did you say Vec Knights?
Well, Vec Knights, I don't know the proper term, whatever. Vecna worshippers.
That doesn't sound good.
No assholes.
Well, I mean, most deities have a following of sorts, and some of them are do-gooders, and some of them are do-not-gooders. I kind of stay out of that.
Yeah.
It's really hard to stay neutral on a moving train.
Anyhow, it's nice to meet you. If you ever find your way back this way again, I would gladly entertain more visits, but I do have work to do on this clock, and thank you for the music box.
Yeah, of course. We'll try to come back and help. I feel really bad that you're stuck here. I know what it's like to be cursed.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't choose to be damp.
Oh, I am not one who judges, and many
That's fair,
people
fair.
where I am from are damp all the time.
Yeah, I'm from the plane of water, so I get it.
Right. So you do get it.
But like, have you ever, like, you're dry and it feels so good to just be dry.
I hadn't really thought about that.
I want to have the choice to be wet.
Interesting. Do you know what caused this curse of yours?
A box. I opened a chest from a hag named Baba Yaga.
Oh, well, good luck with that.
Do you know her?
Do you not?
Not really.
Well, good luck. Yes, sure.
Great.
Many people have been cursed at her hands. And I wish you and your compatriots well.
You're a genie, right? Like genie folk?
Correct?
Please pardon my ignorance, and if this offends you, I truly don't mean it. Don't genies grant wishes?
Oh boy.
This
I
is where
whispered to
Lorelai takes
Vora.
another fucking level in Warlock.
I whispered to Vora, I think they only grant wishes if they're trapped in a bottle.
Trapped in a room.
Suppose.
The room
It's
is
kind of
the
like a big bottle.
Wicka, 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 wicka.
Could be cozy.
Not a very cushy bottle.
He's gonna come back and say, "You're not the right level for wish."
Come back when you're a bit stronger.
Come back when you're level 18, nerd.
You will see me again in the final chapter.
And break the curse. I think I have an idea to get him out of this room right now.
Do you?
I do.
What's your idea?
He sort of reaches up to where all of the things are sort of tied into his top knot and sort of brushes against the time dragon scale.
He says, well, I do have that power when I am not trapped in the means of which I am trapped.
I mean,
And how exactly are you trapped?
I don't
cold.
know. I believe if I fix this clock, I can figure it out.
Understood.
I lean over to Quinn. Maybe we just come back. I'm not in that big of a hurry. I got some things to work out first.
Okay. Also, we could just try to kill Baba Yaga. I mean, it can't be that hard, right?
We could try to kill Baba Yaga. That sounds like a great idea. I don't know. I've never tried to kill a hag before. How do you feel about killing... Oh. Yeah. the
Well,
memory.
but we did though. Just so you know,
They did, but we did.
weren't entirely successful. She did sort of leave and wish harm on all of us, and we'll probably come back. But besides that, it can't be that hard.
How do you feel about killing a hag, Shan?
I mean, I don't have any inclination to just go around killing hags, but I suppose if the hag deserved it.
Which hag does not deserve death?
What if she made you moist, like forever?
Does being moist bother you?
We've already been over. He doesn't really mind it that bad.
Yeah. I follow a rule of Ahab.
With that beautiful
All hags are
suit
bastards.
of his.
All hags are bastards. Wow. I mean, if you are inclined to go after Baba Yaga, like I said, I wish you luck. Many have tried.
Maybe down the line. I think we've got other things to do first. All right, Shan, we're gonna leave you alone. We'll come back eventually and see you, and hopefully you've made some progress on the clock. Good luck.
I am so glad I did not walk in and punch this person.
I am glad you didn't either, because I would have had to kill you all.
Yes, I did not mean to say that so loudly. I apologize.
I'm not offended.
Now, south door, Kaylin will effortlessly, hopefully, pick the lock.
Give me a check.
I believe that is a sleight of hand check now. Thieves' tools are no longer a thing. That is a 22.
Yes, I believe the technical rule is if you have thieves' tools and sleight of hand as proficient, you are with advantage.
You are correct. That would be a 27 instead.
Okay, I believe that clock, that lovely lock just clicks right open.
I can't remember what he heard here. It was just dripping, right? Not water splashing.
It sounded like water like dripping down a wall kind of thing,
it,
not a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, you are.
Right, so who shall be our first to enter this room?
I just got beat to shit by a bunch of water. Even though I've been healed, I'm not going first.
A soul will come and open the door.
As you slowly creak open the door, we'll take our break here. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick bathroom break, refill our drinks, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Thanks for watching.
That's 5 cents.
Yeah,
We
that
are
is
back.
copyrighted.
Oh, you gotta pay my nuts royalty. That's right. I forgot. Nut tax.
The nut tax.
You are back. We are Dicey Decisions. This is our Twist of Fate campaign. Our heroes are finding out where cultists of Vecna have drug off some dignitaries from the town of Neverwinter into this, what currently seems to be some sort of cistern below the graveyard in Neverwinter. They recently unlocked a door after speaking with a Merid who is trapped fixing a clock. They just unlocked a door, opened it, as it creaked open, the room is filled with water from a pipe that is leaking from the ceiling. The water is slowly encroaching on the one dry corner where there is a makeshift cot, and sitting on the cot is a very perturbed gnome. I suppose you're here to
Hi.
taunt me again. Oh,
No, we're here to
who are you?
rescue you.
Rescue?
Yes, we work for the Lord Neverwinter.
Never Ember.
Lo-
Never
Lord-
Ember of Neverwinter. Yes.
Oh, well, dusts himself off, and he kind of looks at the water and kind of tiptoes off the bed, staying out of the water. He's like, well, let's hop to then. Take me home.
Um,
There are
You could be,
two
like,
more
nice.
of you.
My name is Umberto Noblin.
Okay, Umberto.
that
You-
is one of the names of the people we were sent, right?
Correct.
Just want to double
Ye-
check.
Correct.
We're not your servants. You could show a little, like, gratefulness or, like, say thank you.
I'm just starving. The food they have here is disgusting. I won't touch it. I'm starving.
I hold out a
How-
ration.
I do understand that.
You
How long
expect
have
me
you
to
been
eat
here?
that?
Would you prefer to die?
I mean, I'm not dying of starvation yet, but that might kill me. He points at the ration.
I
If
don't
we
know, they're
let you
quite
leave
good.
on your own, could you make it back home without further help?
I thought you were sent to rescue me.
Well, we've got to go find
Look,
a
you're
couple more of
rescued.
you.
Oh. Well, good luck with that, I guess. Could you at least point me in the proper direction out? They had me blindfolded when I came here.
We can
Absolutely.
escort you to the exit.
Yeah.
I'll walk you. Yeah, I'll walk you that way.
Yeah, I'll walk.
Excellent,
too.
excellent, excellent. You sure you have nothing to eat beyond
I want to do an
hardtack?
insight check on this.
I have
guy.
these nuts.
Pay the tax.
I was in character.
That's easy.
Are those special nuts?
These are almonds.
Truck brand.
Truck. he says almonds are just a common nut. What makes them special?
Then don't eat them. I'm just offering one to you, or several.
I
suppose it's better than what I've had.
Well, then here, have a handful of almonds.
I nudge Quinn and palm the potion of poison.
And I do an insight check on this guy.
Yes,
Kind
please
of
do.
just see if he's of his own mind. 14.
His own mind sucks.
He definitely seems to be of his own mind. He is obviously feels mistreated and put upon by what has happened to him, and is hungry. So he may have been down here a few days without good food and whatnot.
Hey, Umberto, can I ask you a question?
Sure, I suppose.
Okay, so I know you're a writer and a historian, and I am, I'm a scholar and I'm a collector of books and notes and various things like that. So your profession was really interesting to me. So Lord Neverember said that you write histories of deities. Isn't that right?
As a matter of fact, yes, that is correct. I am a historian who specializes in certain creatures that are worshipped and beings that are worshipped throughout the realms.
Were you working on a new book by any chance? One that you haven't published yet? One that somebody hasn't read?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I am very interested in a particular deity that I have been researching their relationship with one of their top lieutenants in their charge. It is a special relationship that I have been researching for many years, but it is something that is not yet published, and I don't like to talk about it freely, if you understand my meaning.
Yeah. I just. And I sort of look back over my shoulder, very obvious, the eye of Vecna on the door.
Uh-huh.
And sort of look back at Umberto, sort of expect and like cock my head and raise an eyebrow.
Let's see. Make me a insight check.
Not good at that. All right. 19 on 23.
I gotta find his stat block. That's what I thought. You can definitely tell that he is trying to hide
How uncomfortable he looks.
Yeah, he's trying to hide how uncomfortable he looks about your insinuation.
And I
But he's doing
sort
a
of
poor
look
job
back
of
at him and I say, it might be, maybe, and I sort of lower my voice a little bit. Maybe not here and maybe not now. It would probably be a good idea to share your notes. Otherwise, I think you might find yourself back here again really soon. Do you catch what I'm saying?
Are you threatening me?
Absolutely not. I think I'm trying to help. And I can't explain right now either, but it seems to me like things that people know may put them in very unique positions of danger, and maybe spreading that around a little bit might help. I think you're here because of that manuscript. And I think think they were going to eat your secrets.
He looks a little frightened at that concept, and there's a recognition in something that you're saying that he's obviously got some level of insight into a deep insight into the concept you're espousing, and he says, "Secrets are powerful."
I think I'm just learning that. I think maybe we should talk after we get out of here.
Umberto,
And he reaches into a pocket and he hands you a business card which has an address in the city of Neverwinter.
Umberto, I will walk you to the end
that
of
in
this, out of the cemetery if you like, if you need support. But quickly, do you know Eldon Keyword or Adrina Lamsensettle or Sarcel Malinosh? Those are the other three people who were. These
I
three
have
were all.
not heard of any of those people.
Hmm.
Are they as famous historians I should have read?
These are people who were also brought here, much as you are. I was hoping there would be a connection of knowledge, but I suppose not.
I
Well, my
don't
friends,
believe so. They are
would
not
you
colleagues of mine.
Okay. Friends, would you mind if I walk this person out? He seems to need a little help. I shall return swiftly.
No, I think an escort to the door is a good idea. We want to make sure that Mr. Noblin gets home safely, or at least gets out of here safely.
I'll go with you.
There are. Yes.
Do you know why you got taken?
I imagine it is something to do with my superior ability to suss out historical context.
Humble.
Do
Do
you
I
know
believe that is why he thinks he got taken?
Give me an insight check.
18.
No, he definitely knows there's something very specific that he knows that likely is why he got taken.
Have you met the people who captured you and brought you here, and have you spoken with them?
Yes, filthy cultists, I believe.
Cultists of whom?
Have you not seen the symbology around?
Well,
The
we
hand,
have.
the eye, these are pretty common.
Okay, then you do understand who took you. Good. I was just checking.
Oh, you were trying to see if I knew. He kind of chuckles at that.
Well, I did not know if they brought you with a sack over your head and threw you in here and you did not speak with them. I was just finding out.
Well, they
Now-
did, but when they fed me the foul food they tried to feed me, I could see the symbology on their tattoos on their hands.
Did they ask you questions or talk to you about any of it?
No. They were, I assume, holding me till somebody else was arriving or whoever was in charge or needed me or whatever reason they wanted me hadn't come up yet.
See, that is information we wanted. Thank you for finally telling me. So,
Did they take anything from you?
No.
So you didn't come here with anything important? You still have everything?
I assume so. That maybe they did. I haven't been home to find out if they ransacked my house.
So, all right. Okay. You can tell that Quinn is thinking very hard about the sorcerer who left without her powers. You know what I mean?
Correct. Correct.
Yes. They didn't take it. They didn't take anything from you.
Not that I'm aware of.
Can I see your book?
No.
Why
Can
not?
I see your book?
No.
I didn't know if you were just an asshole or sexist. I was just trying to figure it out.
I am neither, in my opinion, but you can come to your own conclusions. This is my private research, and I'd like to keep it that way.
Oh, that's why they're gonna kill you.
Well, they're not now, right? Because you're going to get me out of here.
Uh,
Is
For a
Wait,
peek
is
at your
that in
book.
question?
is the reason they took you no longer an issue?
That's more the point. It's we can get you out of here, but we can't always stop someone from bringing you back to some. This is all. So yes, you are 100% going home right now, and these cultists are probably all gonna die, like a lot. There's probably more. Is all we're saying.
I understand I have to now protect myself in different ways than I have before, and I will make such arrangements once I make it back to the city. I have means in which to hire people to protect me, if that's what you're worried about.
what about a trade?
I'm
A trade? What type of trade are you asking me for?
I want to take a look at your book. I'm also an avid reader. We have access to this wonderful library that you could visit for more research on deities of the Outlands or of Sigil.
I am not quite interested in the Outlands or Sigil, actually. That doesn't fall into my purview of my interests.
Is it not about deities? There's plenty of books about deities in the library. Personal
Well,
library.
Most libraries have that. What's so
Well,
special
this
about
is like
yours?
a special personal library of handcrafted and gathered information direct from sources.
Who handcrafted said library?
A very smart team of Outland researchers. Best in the Outlands.
But again, that's going to have lots of information about the Outlands, of which I'm not an expert or interested in.
Sure. But if you're interested in deities, it has information about kind of all sorts of deities from all sorts of planes and realms.
Well, I could suppose be interested in perusing through this particular library. How shall I find it?
I can ring my friend to move the library to a specific location and permit you access to said library.
A moving library.
It's actually really cool.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh no.
With double disadvantage because he's a dick.
My persuasion's a -1. A 15? That's not terrible.
So what would access to this library cost me?
Oh, I just want to read your book. And like have a chat with you about
Can't you wait until the book is published? I mean,
haven't you ever heard of like ARC readers?
I mean, I would expect I could run my book past a few people who I deem worthy, but Are you a famous historian that I should know of?
Not famous, but I have done a ton of research. Between me and Quinn and maybe that old wizard guy over there,
Huh?
we've done a ton of
Things
research.
are
But
fast enough.
Well,
oh, I think your headset died.
perhaps I could give you a sneak peek if you are so interested.
Yeah, and I mean, if you don't want to share with everyone, we can like go off to the side and take a look. I mean, half these
I-
guys can't read anyway, so
I
It's
would
true.
prefer that.
okay. I'll go off to like the other side of the room with him. Do you want just me, or can Quinn come? Oh, the
I
wizard
like
wants to come
books.
too. he's a bookophilia.
If it makes you feel any better, I have recorded several histories, several decades, annals belonging to multiple cultures. I am something of a historian.
I
This
suppose
is
I can
fact.
I suppose I can share a snippet with the two of you.
Okay, sorry, Quinn. Next time.
It's all good. I have his business card, so I'm just gonna go visit him later.
Oh, okay.
So he pulls you aside and he begins to let you leaf through, and you notice that this is a in-depth research of Vecna and his relationship with a treacherous lieutenant known as Kaz.
Kaz, like K-A-Z?
Kaas.
K-A-S. Okay.
And it talks
Interesting.
about their relationship, how they were friends. There's possible rumor that they were also lovers, and that it was a jilted lover situation. That seems to be a less strictly founded in historical context and more supposition. But there is a belief that at one point in time, whether it was brotherly or otherwise, they loved each other. And then they had a falling out. And there is a belief that the falling out happened over a gift that Vecna gave to Kaz, which was a special sword.
Mm-hmm.
And now, Miller and Amanda, you as players, need to mark down that you have a secret. You have
Ooh.
Umberto's secret.
Notes.
As you gain this knowledge, you feel that this knowledge has granted you power. Of this information is powerful in some way. How so, you don't know.
Wow, I can't spell secret. Holy shit.
It's Secrete.
Thank you.
Secrete.
I definitely spelled it with too many T's. I don't know if it was a typo or my brain just broke.
But if you'll excuse me, I'd like to get back home.
Sure. If you ever go to the Outlands, just like at the base of Sigil, or at the base of like the tower to Sigil, I guess. I can't remember what it's called. But at the base of Sigil, you'll find like this really weird looking crab tower. That's ours. That's our walking
And
library.
how will I get into your walking library?
That wasn't part of the deal. You getting to the Outlands is not my problem. I said, if you're ever in the Outlands and you want to go to this library, you're welcome to it.
Fair enough.
It's truly not so hard for someone as researched as yourself, I would imagine.
I mean, anyone with a plane shift spell can get you there.
It was so easy.
Well, perhaps if I need to peruse a library on the Outlands for some reason, then I will take you up on this offer.
You never know.
It is bountiful.
Everything leads back to Sigil.
God,
You
I
would
hope
be
not.
surprised.
And he will head out if you will escort him out, and
Hmm.
we can just say that happens, and you make your way back to this room.
Very well
if you
done,
wish.
Mordecai.
Vora and I we name drop the Lady of Pain. Well, the Lady of Pain said such and such to us.
I mean, yeah. So many times.
Nice.
I'm tired of talking to her.
Same.
So if you are interested in checking them out, there is a door to the east and west at the north end of this room.
Yes. There's one to the east and to the west?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Across
I
from
thought there
each
was only
other
the
up
one
top.
to the west. Let's do the one on the east first.
Okay. I'll just go up to Gil and just shake him. Did you see how persuasive I was? That's
Yes.
crazy.
I saw. I also was speed reading a lot of his notes while we were standing there. And really, he has very poor calligraphy, but that's aside from the point.
I heard that poor calligraphy is a sign of intelligence.
Oh, it was just truly dreadful. I mean, the side noting on the page was just. It was all secondhand. None of it was personal. It was. Ugh.
It's like trying to read medic script.
Yeah.
So,
Nothing.
Saul, you opening that door?
Yep.
God, these doors are annoying on this map. I can't do it with you guys standing in front of them.
Oh, that sucks.
Let me know if I need to move.
You just moved right where I need you not to be.
Oh. No.
Vora
that
did.
was-
Okay. You open the door. Pipes along the south wall of this room disappear into the walls near the ceiling. A complicated series of cogs and 4 hand-turned wheels connect to these pipes. You hear the sound of moving water inside the pipes. There's a door to the east.
So this seems like water valves, so I can turn on and off the water from here.
Correct.
I'm gonna go ahead and just turn them all off for now.
Give me an investigation check to see if you...
Have Kaylin help you.
That is a 13.
This machinery look.
Look what?
So you're not sure which direction by the investigation is on or off.
You said I'm not sure?
Correct.
Excuse me, Lorelai.
What?
Bill, someone smarter. Can we turn the water off?
Someone smarter.
I'll just look at it. Did you try the handle? You see this thing right here? That's a handle.
I'm not sure which way it goes. There's a lot of moving parts.
Oh, I'll take a look at it.
Give me an investigation check.
I'm not proficient in investigation, but it's a +5. Ooh, 4 or 7.
You definitely think it's that way.
It's definitely that way.
I turned it that way, and
So if you turned it that way and it didn't do it, then the only other choice is to turn it the other direction.
well, I thought it didn't do it, so I turned it the other direction, and it still didn't do it.
Oh.
I turned
you
it the
having-
direction you say, and give it a second.
Are you forgetting which way's left and right in there?
Yeah, come
No.
on in and look at this.
So you turn it the way she said?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a perception check.
Lorelai just backs up a step.
Total of 17 on that perception check.
You hear lots of water moving through those pipes.
Oh.
Turn it the other way. Turn it the other way.
Yeah, I'm gonna immediately turn it the other way.
Okay. So you turn it the other way and you hear the subsiding of water moving through pipes. So you are able to take, after trial and error, suss out how to turn the water off.
Can't wait to see who we've
Machinery
drowned.
in here.
Uh,
Does the machinery in here look like the cog that Lorelei picked up from the clock?
No.
Are we all okay with the water being off? I think that just sounds
The
like
water
it
ate
would...
my bird. I'm very fine with this.
In
Okay.
addition to the water moving through the pipes, going, stopping hearing that noise, it's no longer dripping down into the big basin in the other room either, because those pipes go over top of that and continue on to the west.
Oh, Kaylin, can you come investigate the door? Kaylin will look for traps on the door. That's investigation, correct?
Yep.
Awesome. Investigation is a 24 for Caitlin.
Clean as a whistle.
A soul will go ahead and open the door.
But you're supposed to listen first.
You open the door. Rusty standpipes and interlocking cogs cover the walls of this small alcove. This looks like a storage room of extra cogs and things like that. Give me a investigation check.
From a soul, that would be only an 8.
Okay. That's what you notice.
Lorelei, there may be some more gears for you. Do we want to let the genie know that there may be
No.
spare parts in here?
Well, let me take a look at them first. Hey, calm down over there.
I will give you the guidance of the Lady of Pain.
Cool. I'll go
Any
in
of the
there.
cogs-
Oh, it like muted you for some reason.
Yeah. I know you're having headset problems.
Hmm.
She's such a loud farter.
Hello?
What just happened?
Let me see if I can find an alternate solution in the time being.
What is going on?
Hello.
Hold on, Miller.
Oh, okay. I was pulling you up on speaker in case your mic was broken. It looks
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
broken if you're asking
Your
me.
mic is not working, Brandy.
I just didn't have it on. Discord just totally crashed. It like glitched and then it just went down. It like blanked.
Oops.
But
Okay.
Maybe that's why I keep having audio problems, because it's not like my headset is off. It just stops picking
Yeah.
up when I talk. It's not muted. It's on. It's not, and it won't
Weird.
pick up when I talk.
well, and here's the thing. Yeah.
If I don't talk for more than a minute, I have to turn my headset off and back on. That's why I'm muting myself. Is like my other mic doesn't pick up all and like give feedback. So I mute myself, turn it off and back on, and then it remembers that I'm here and have a microphone.
Interesting.
Weird.
No, Discord was just
Anyway,
doing-
I was gonna ask, do any of these pieces look like the piece that Lorelei picked up? That's
No.
okay.
Okay.
I'm looking
do
for the machine. Finding all these cogs and machines and stuff. So I keep looking for the piece that Lorelei has and not finding it.
Yeah. Do any of these look
Also,
like
possibly
the
two
clock
investigations.
cogs?
No. No, these are normal machinery. That was clock, and then the thing you have is completely separate and unique.
Cool. No, this doesn't look like anything he would need. I think it's just a room of cogs. Oh my god, we're getting another thunderstorm? Jeez. Sorry, we just had the worst night ever. We had tornado sirens going for 40 minutes last night. It was
Oh my goodness.
super not
Wow.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, super not fun. Does anything look particularly strange about these walls? Like I would like
Minneapolis.
Give me an investigation check, Lorelai.
Yeah. Like I want to look at the walls of cogs and see if like for whatever reason maybe like these move out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Investigation. God, I'm rolling like dog ass tonight. Oops.
I agree.
11.
You do not see anything strange.
Yeah, this just looks like a room full of cogs.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
All right, no need.
Yep.
What
Looks
I
fine
do
to you.
need
You're
is
the
to
pipe
change
expert.
my dice. 'Cause
Okay.
that's how
Then-
it works.
To the west door, Kaylin has already given this door the once over. We had initially heard the sound of dripping water coming through here.
And cogs and machinery,
Yeah.
similar to
The
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 same
the
kind
other
of same
side.
kind of room as the one you were in to the east. Pipes climb the north wall of this one, disappearing near the ceiling. Complicated series of cogs and 3 hand-turn wheels connect to the pipes.
Do I still hear water running through these?
You do not.
I'm gonna turn them just to see if anything happens.
As if to make them on or more off.
More on.
Okay.
Tornado alarm goes off. Let me know.
So you do get some water flowing again.
Okay. I'm gonna turn it off.
Okay.
Can I turn it more off?
You can turn it
anything
completely off
Yeah.
past where it was, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's no difference from where it was to past where it was, but it can go past where it was.
Okay, interesting. I will leave them fully off.
Okay. So both sides are currently fully off.
Well, I
right.
think it may be cultist time, unless anyone has any other need. There's no other doors over here.
I see the need to move forward.
Is
Okay.
it worth trying to flood this place? Flush
I
out the
think-
system?
To what end?
I think here's my answer to that. If we are to attempt to flood this place, not only might that take a significant portion of our time, but we could theoretically damage any future possible discoverable evidence, bodies, relics.
Maybe the people we're
Neighbors.
trying to
Also-
rescue.
Kaylin says 2 more
Also-
people.
Also, that
Yeah,
guy lives
I'm
down
a-
here. The grid.
Oh,
He likes
he's fine. He
water,
can
yeah.
breathe underwater. He's totally fine.
Probably doesn't make fixing a clock easier.
Metal doesn't usually float like that.
It does corrode, though.
No, but do you screwdrivers? Do they work as well underwater? I'm just fine. Flood it. Do whatever you want.
No. I'm with Vora.
We're looking for people. We can't flood them.
Let us not drown them.
Yes. Fair enough.
Okay.
To the
where'd you
cultist door.
back to the door that you looked through that had the 4 bells hanging from. So you basically have 2 stairwells that meet in the bottom, right? And hanging from the ceiling above those stairwells are 4 different sized bells from leather straps.
Are there any, things that would set the bells off on the floor or on the wall? Like this is some sort of alarm?
Give me an investigation check.
I will help you do that because I was wondering the same
With
thing.
advantage.
Thank you. Let's see. Investigation with advantage. That's going to be a 29 with a natural 20.
You do not see anything that would be connected in any way to the steps, or on the steps, or near the steps, or in the pathway you would have to walk that would do anything to these bells other than reaching up and moving them with your hands.
It's clear.
Or
Sorry
hitting
for
them
spending
with
10
something.
minutes looking at it.
Correct. But you are confident it is clear of that,
Mhm.
that which you were worried about.
Do I think? Do they look like they have little hand things to ring them? Do they have like?
So
I
think
guess-
of a giant bell with a clapper hanging down inside of it.
Yeah, there's no like string to ring them at all.
There's nothing to pull on them, no.
So
Okay,
You
they're
would have
just
to, you would have to
free-hanging
physically
bells.
move them or throw
Hit
something
them
at
with
them
something.
or whatever.
what about where
Heard.
they hang from
Push
the
them.
ceiling? What about where they're hanging?
Leather to a python that has been driven up into the ceiling.
Okay.
That's so weird.
All right.
Why don't I trust it?
Let us take them and render them quiet.
They're not moving.
Oh, but we may need them for something. I was just thinking, perhaps if you go down these steps, you need the bell.
Kaylin, do you know how to play the bells?
I can play anything. Which is probably the most Kalen thing I've said all night.
I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe
he's
it's-
confident that he could try,
Yeah.
but what should I play?
Nothing.
God, there's so many songs that you know. You've played me so many.
Play your favorite.
I don't think we should.
I really don't
Like
think we should be
music.
reading. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we may want the quote unquote element of surprise as much as
Well-
we can.
I feel like that went out the window with all of the thunder and great explosions that we did earlier, but still, maybe they thought we died during all of that, so there's a chance that going forward things are still okay.
If they were worried, they would have come to investigate. No?
Maybe they weren't worried. Maybe they thought the 2 explosions and giant thunderbolts and everything killed us. There's a chance they're overconfident, or there's a chance they don't care. Either way, we should take advantage of both.
Should we go down there?
I say we sneak down and take a few and ask them questions.
I agree.
When
If
Yeah.
we want to be extra sneaky about this, I can make it a little easier.
Is there a reason why we want to take the bells?
I don't want to take the bells.
That's like
I was
say we
thinking
leave them
if
there
we-
for now.
Are all the bells the same?
No,
Or they're all different?
correct.
I think trying to travel through this stone place with bells in tow would significantly hinder our ability to be quiet and undetected.
Yeah, very true.
But if the bells do something special, then if we take at least one of them and muffle it, then they can't do the special thing anymore. Know what I mean?
Well, we're making assumptions that they do something special.
I'm just saying.
What if they
Oh,
detect?
they are.
What if they signal the passageway being opened or the passageway being used with the stirring of the air?
Hmm.
And the different
Not a bad thought.
sizes, the
I
different
think-
sizes would indicate the size of whatever was coming through.
Who has a piece of cotton? Anyone have something to stuff in this bell to muffle it forever?
No.
I think we are overthinking it. I think we just avoid the bells as we walk through.
When
Yeah.
Famous last words.
We have detect magic.
I don't.
Yeah, Sol is going to open the door and start walking down the hall or the stairs.
Okay.
Be careful, you're tall.
And fat.
Wow.
Well,
Damn,
Meaning
fat
is-
shaming the Loxodon.
With a PH, with a PH.
He fat.
I'm
Oh,
purposely
that's so funny.
making sure I'm avoiding the bells.
Perfectly. Yeah, you can easily avoid the bells.
Yeah.
And you can totally walk down the stairs and back up the stairs. There's another door on the other side.
I'll follow.
Kaylin, come check out the door.
Can't wait for Kaylin to tell
You
us to
don't
go
even
fuck
need to
herself.
roll. He says it's a door.
Take the door. A soul will open the said door.
As you open the door, that's where we're going to stop for the night.
Oh, fuck.
17 cultists, 13 flesh golems.
Vecna.
And
they're all-
Vecna himself.
And they're all just enjoying a bubble tea.
Campaign ended.
Harass.
Drop.
Oh.
All right, folks, we are Dicey Decisions. This is our Twist of Fate campaign, and we are here on Friday nights most weeks that we can be. And we also have our Zeros to Heroes campaign run by Jack on Monday nights. You can check out all our back episodes up on YouTube of our previous campaign, as well as the current 2 campaigns. Interact with us on all of our social media platforms and whatnot. We'd love to build a following of fans, and we have a lot of fun playing these games, and we hope you're enjoying watching. I know that our number one fan, my daughter, is in the other room right now, not listening because she's 1 episode behind. So, anyhow.
Shout out to Miranda.
Right.
Hey,
All right, y'all.
Also, shout out to all the great moms out there on Mother's Day. And
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
That's right. We did just have Mother's Day. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Good night.